A Noxubee County man who was wrongfully convicted of murdering and raping a 3-year-old girl in the 1990s has died. 58-year-old Levon Brooks passed away from cancer yesterday.
Lowndes County Coroner Greg Merchant tells us he died in Crawford, where he was living. Brooks spent 16 years in prison before being released in 2008. Our Jory Talley joins us in the studio now with more on his story. Jory.
Brooks was always known to be a quiet man, known as a fisherman and hunter. The people who knew him after his time in jail say Brooks also spent a lot of time with family.
You know, it was a big hullabaloo and everybody was running around and the press trucks were there. And I just never forget him coming up to me and grabbing my hand and saying, "Thank you."
The Innocence Project and attorneys, including criminal defense attorney CARRIE JOURDAN, found a way to get Brooks his freedom in 2008. JOURDAN helped get the Innocence Project involved in the case.
He told me that he would never forget that without me it would not be possible. So, and he gave me the biggest smile. And how that man could smile after spending all that time in prison, I still to this day am not really sure.
The Columbus attorney will remember Brooks as a grateful and humble man. This is an interview with him right after the ruling was handed down.
You and the sureties on your bond are hereby discharged. You're free to go.
And that's where I was raised by my mom and daddy. I always forgive. And that's what I did, I forgave.
NOXUBEE County Coroner R.L. Calhoun has known Brooks since he was a teen. Once Brooks was released, Calhoun never heard him say anything negative about being wrongfully convicted.
I ran into him like early in the morning when I'm getting off duty. He getting ready to go to home. He kept a smile on his face. Kept a smile on his face, you know. And I was glad to see that smile. And pretty me and everyone in the community was.
February 15th will be 10 years since Brooks walked out of the Noxubee County Courthouse a free man. He spent nearly 20 years in prison for a murder and rape he didn't commit. JOURDAN says one of the supporting factors for Brooks' release was the unreliability of bite mark evidence that falsely convicted him. She believes this case changed the way bite mark evidence is accepted in court cases.
It did in the state of Mississippi. I think in other parts of the country that were a little bit more ahead from a scientific and technology standpoint, there had already started to be great suspicion.
A confession from the suspect and DNA evidence cleared Brooks and Kennedy Brewer in an unrelated homicide in Noxubee County. Justin Albert Johnson was sentenced to life in prison in 2012. Brooks' family did not want to talk on camera today.